Okay, we have done the parabolas. Okay, and now we're going to do circles. And circles, it's another conic section, and it's just where it takes the cone and slices it parallel to the base. Okay, and the first thing the author defines is a circle. A circle is the set of all points in a plane that are equidistant spelled that wrong, that are equidistant from a given point in a plane it's the set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a given point in a plane called the center. And any segment with endpoints at the center and a point on the circle is a radius. So it has to be from the center out to a point on the circle, and it has a special name called the radius. So the center and the radius. Okay, and the main equation for a circle is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. We said when we were graphing a parabola, the clue was it was a y to the first and an x squared, or an x to the first and a y squared. But if you square these, both of these are going to have x squared, y squared. Okay. The center of your circle is at hk, and the radius is equal to r. Notice the radius is not r squared, it's just r. Okay, so our main formula is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. The center is hk and the radius is r. Okay, now they will ask you to find the center and the radius of each circle and graph it. So you have to get it in the right form, okay? Then you can read the center and the radius. So if they give you x squared plus y squared equals 16, okay, it's actually already in the right form if you write it. This is the same as x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals 4 squared. So your center is at 0, 0, and the radius is 4. And circles are pretty easy to graph. So your center's at 0, 0, and the radius is 4. Here's the easiest way to graph the circle. You go to the right, 4, put a point. Go to the left, 4, put a point. Go up 4 from the center, put a point, and down 4, and put a point. You may not even, you can use graph paper if you want to, or you can also graph it like that. Okay? So you graph the center, and then do the radius left, right, up, down. Okay? Okay. Second equation. Okay, say they give you x squared plus y squared plus 6x minus 7 equals 0. Okay, you've got to complete the square, and to do that you want to group the x's together and group the y's together. So group the x squared, and you got to take the sign in front of the 6x, so plus 6x. And I would always do plus and leave a blank. Okay? And then plus y squared. Okay? And take the 7 to the other side, add 7. Okay, so take half the coefficient of that linear term. Half of 6 would be 3, and you're going to add, I don't write it 9, I write it 3 squared. And then add, to balance it, 3 squared over here. And then that factors back, x squared is a perfect square of x, 3 squared is a perfect square of 3. This tells you the sign inside is plus. Y squared is the same as y minus 0 squared. And that'd be 7 plus 9 would be 16, or 4 squared. And remember, it's x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. So our center's at hk, so h is -3 and k is 0. So -3 is 0, and our radius is 4. Okay, so sketch it. Okay, you're going to plot -3, 0. -3 to the left and up 0. Radius is 4, so you're going to go to the right 4, to the left 4. From the center, you're going to go up 4 and down 4. And then just sketch as best you can a circle. Close. Now, one time my calc professor at K-State always had a piece of chalk and chalk on a string, so he could always draw a perfect circle on the board. Yeah, he was a little obsessed. Okay, let's try another one. X squared plus y squared plus 4x minus 8y plus 11. Okay, so group the x's together. X squared plus 4x plus, and leave a blank. Group the y's together. Plus y squared minus 8y plus, and leave a blank. Take that 11 over to the other side. So it'd be a -11 over here. So take half the coefficient of this linear term. Half of 4 would be 2, and add the square of that. So you're going to add 2 squared. So to balance it, you got to add 2 squared over to this side. Okay, take half the coefficient of the linear term, 4, and add the square of that. So add 4 squared. So, no, because when you add the square of it, it'll be positive. Yep. Okay, so now factor it back. X squared is a perfect square of x. 2 squared is a perfect square of 2. This tells you the sign inside is plus. So it's x plus 2 quantity squared plus y squared is a perfect square of y. 4 squared is a perfect square of 4. This tells you the sign inside is minus. So it's y minus 4 quantity squared. And this would be 4, that'd be what, -7. 7 and 16 would be 9, right? So equals 9. So the h, it has to be x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. What's that? No, because it'd be -11 plus 4 plus 16. Yep. Yeah, 20 minus 11 would be 9. Yeah, 3 squared. Yeah, you could say 3 squared if you want to write 3 squared. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I'll write it 3 squared. Okay, so now my HK is, center is at -2, 4, and the radius is 3. Okay, so now sketch it. negative 2, 4. So negative 2 to the left and up 4. Okay. And then radius of 3. So go 3 to the left, 3 to the right, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 down, and 3 up. The best you can draw a circle. Okay. Circles, and they're a little bit easier than the parabolas. Yeah. Okay. Last example. Okay, number 4. A diameter of a circle has endpoints negative 2, 3 and 6, 5. That's the diameter. Find the equation of the circle. To find an equation of the circle, what two things do you need? The center and the radius. H and K, the center and the radius. Okay, so picture-wise on this, says the two endpoints of the diameter are negative 2 and up 3 and 6 and up 5. That is the diameter. So basically you have a circle going through, I don't know exactly what it looks like, but something like that. Not very good because it should go through the center. The diameter goes through the center. Okay? Okay, if that diameter is a fraction, okay, then you want to calculate it. Okay? This is actually the, what would we call that in geometry? Here's two endpoints. What do we call it? Yeah, the midpoint. Okay, so the midpoint. The midpoint formula says add the x's together and divide by 2, comma, because it's a ordered pair. Add the y's together and divide by 2. So our x's are negative 2 plus 6 over 2. Our y's are 3 plus 5 over 2. So this is, 4 over 2, which would be 2. 8 over 2, which would be 4. So this is actually what in our circle equation? It's the center, right? This is actually our... Okay, so this is actually our HK. That is our center. Okay. What else do we need? The center and the radius. You could go from the center out, or you could do the diameter and divide it by 2. Okay, diameter, and what we're really figuring is the distance across. Okay, so formula for distance. Yep. Quantity squared. Yep. Yep. Okay, and I'm going to use the two ordered pairs that we did up for the I'm going to use these two up here. So take the x's. Let's do 6 minus a negative 2 squared plus 5 minus 3 squared. So that'd be 6 plus 2 would be 8 squared plus 2 squared. That would be 64, right? No. What did I do wrong there? I did something wrong.
68. 8 times 8 is 64, and then 2 times 2 is 4.
Plus 4? Do you agree with that, man? Okay, so the diameter is square root of 68. Can we simplify anything out of there? 2 and 34, 2 and 7. So we could go 4 and 17? And out of that you could take out a 2 radical 17. Okay, so now you need the equation. So it's x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. So it's x minus 2 squared plus y minus 4 squared. And if you square that, if we square this, 4 times 17 is just 68, right? Okay. Okay. For some reason that doesn't look right on the 6 minus a negative 2. 5 minus 3. No, I think that's right. Okay, so when they ask for the equation and they give you the diameter, you've got to find the midpoint, because you got to find the center of the circle, and you got to find the distance. Oh, wait a minute. The distance across is the whole thing. We didn't ever divide by 2, did we? Ooh, that's where we're off. We didn't divide by 2. Okay, so the distance, this is the diameter down here. So that's the whole diameter, right? And we want the radius. So divide by 2, so the radius is radical 17. So the radius squared would be 17. There we go. Oh, I'm glad we corrected that. Okay, so that's your final. So if you go for the diameter, we could have gone from the center. We could have gone from our midpoint out. We could have done that too. Okay. Okay, so final equation is x minus 2 quantity squared plus y minus 4 quantity squared equals 17. Okay? Okay, that's it.